Congratulations! Your baby is beautiful.
All right, so far we've got 200 cc's of fluid in the drape, and there's a second-degree tear. Okay.
Baby's
Looks like
admitted.
we're going to have a placenta.
The cord is a little short, so as soon as the placenta's out and the cord is clamped, we'll bring baby up to your chest, okay?
So placenta's out. Okay, please massage the fundus. It seems like the bleeding's increasing here.
Okay. Pitocin's running. This feels weird. I'm not sure I'm feeling the fundus.
Okay. All right. Let me do by manual. I agree. This does feel weird. I think we might have a uterine inversion. Okay. Let's get a second OB here and an anesthesiologist and bring in the ultrasound machine. Can you also get nitroglycerin in the room? Let's not give it. Let's just hold it.
Absolutely.
Tina, so we have some additional bleeding, and I think that the root cause is that we're trying to, we're seeing that the uterus is trying to turn inside out. It's called a uterine inversion. And I can see if I can replace it just by using an exam or doing an exam. Is that okay?
Okay, but will it hurt?
Well, we're going to try to keep you as comfortable as possible, but we'll find out if it'll work pretty shortly.
Call Monica Ikemoto. Hey Monica, we might have a uterine inversion in here. I need a second OB and an anesthesiologist. Melissa went out to grab the ultrasound, but I also need nitroglycerin and the hemorrhage cart.
Sure, I'll get extra help to the bedside along with those supplies, and also have the tech open an OR.
Perfect, thanks.
Okay. While we wait, I'm going to try to see if I can revert the uterus. Can we turn off the Pitocin and let's give a fluid bolus, 500 cc's, please.
Okay, Pitocin is off and I'm starting a fluid bolus now.
Hi, I'm Resource. How can I help?
Can you get a second line
I
in?
sure
We
can.
think she has a uterine inversion and she's bleeding. Dr. G, the current vital signs are a heart rate of 110 and the blood pressure is 102/65.
I'm starting to feel really lightheaded. Can someone help me with the baby?
Yes, I'll take the baby.
Alright. Is she gonna be okay? She looks pale.
Yeah, you are pale.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
I have the ultrasound, also
All right.
have the nitroglycerin, and I have the hemorrhage card parked just outside of the room. Do you want it in the room?
I think we can leave the hemorrhage cart outside for now.
Okay. And here, since you're closer to the patient, I'll give you the Dr. G. I have anesthesia and hospitalist here. What can we do?
So this is a client who just delivered, and we have a uterine inversion. We stopped the Pitocin. I tried to revert the uterus, but I can't get it in. The cervical ring is too tight. Can we please give nitroglycerin spray sublingual, and I'll try to restore it again.
It's so painful.
I think I give her a bolus for the pain. Do you think we'll be going to the OR?
Not right now. Let's just give the nitroglycerin and try again. I'd like to also put 2 units of packed red cells on hold. She's still bleeding.
Sure, Dr. G. I'll go ahead and have 2 units of PRBCs prepared. So I'm going to go into my orders, go into signed and held orders, and I'll go into my stage 1 postpartum hemorrhage order set and find my prepare packed RBC order. The default is 2 units, so I'm going to click this and then go down and click release. Once that's released, blood bank will go ahead and prepare my 2 units that they'll keep on hold until needed. Once they have that prepared, then I can go in my sidebar summary and go to blood administration and click that. And once my 2 units are ready, I'll be able to see that here in blood bank results.
So you're giving the nitroglycerin?
Yes, 400 micrograms per spray was given.
Perfect.
Great.
Is
Yes,
she gonna
I'm
be
gonna-
okay? Is she gonna be okay?
Well, we're gonna see. The onset of action is quick, and I'm gonna try to revert the uterus again. So it's been,
is done.
great, thank you. It's been 30 seconds, so let me see if I can revert the uterus now. I think it's going. I think I got it to go. Okay. All right, I can palpate the fundus now. Bleeding is starting to slow.
I can confirm with ultrasound.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Nardine.
Good job, Dr. G. It looks like you reverted the uterus.
All right, let's restart the Pitocin and keep an eye on her bleeding. What's our updated cumulative QBL?
Okay, Pitocin is restarted, and looks like the updated QBL is 1450, and her vital signs are 94/61, and her pulse is 120. Do you think we should give any additional uterotonics at this point?
I think we're okay for now, but we should continue to monitor. Let's just go ahead and transfuse 1 unit of packed red cells now. We can hold until she starts, or if she starts bleeding again. Tessa, can you put an order in for 2 grams of Ancef now, as well as the CBC to be drawn in 3 hours? Let's continue massaging the fundus. So we're gonna keep giving your uterus a massage every 15 minutes.
Big deep breath.
Tina, I'd also like to put a Foley catheter in so that we can keep your bladder empty and your uterus firm and track how much urine you're making. Is that okay?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so to transfuse 1 unit PRBCs, I'm gonna go into my orders tab, and I'm going to go into order sets. Some of you may have the stage 2 PPH order set saved in your signed and held, but I do not in this case, so I'm gonna type in stage 2 or stage 2 PPH and hit return, and it will come up with the stage 2 PPH hemorrhage set. If you click accept, it will come up with all of your blood transfusion orders. And in this case, we're gonna go ahead and transfuse 1 unit. So you can leave all of these selected, except I'll deselect the prepare FFP order. In this case, I'm not feeling like we'll need the FFP. The default for the transfuse order is 1 unit, which matches Dr. Grakowski's verbal order to transfuse 1 unit. So I'm going to sign. This will pop up just asking me to confirm that I have explained the risks, benefits, and alternatives to the blood transfusion. And we'll say yes, or that Dr. Grakowski has gone over that with her. It will be verbal with readback. This is the sandbox, so I'm not actually saying Dr. Grakowski gave me the order, but because it's a sandbox, I'm just having the OB auto-populate, but it's verbal with readback, and then I can sign this. Once I have my orders in, I'm going to go back to my flow sheet and go to my blood tab, which I don't have saved in the sandbox, so I'm going to enter that. And open my blood tab, and I'm going to go to my transfusion report. Now, the most important order to get the blood was this order that we released from the signed and held order set that says transfuse packed RBCs 1 unit. It says 0 of 1 released. So you have to click release. Now it says 1 of 1 released. As soon as you click release, it will automatically print this form, which will show up on the printer in the forms room. So again, this is the form that you're gonna send down to blood bank. So it says transfuse packed RBCs. And you're going to get this form, and you need to write 2 things on the form before you send it to blood bank. You'll need to write a unique 3-digit identifying number, which we typically use the last 3 digits of our employee ID number. And you'll need to write our tube station number, which is 315. This is from a different unit. But once you write those 2 things, you will send this down to blood bank in the tube, and they will tube back your PRBCs with this form, which then you will sign here, blood product received by. You'll put your signature and the date and time you received it. And this form goes back to blood bank. You don't need to keep this with the blood. It just is a receipt that you received the blood, and you can send that right back.
Please release me, let me go.
Nurse, can I start breastfeeding?
Tina, she's chest feeding.